Hi there, welcome to the video tutorial. Irina here with you. And in this video, let us talk about the feature that helps you make the most out of your Zanda reports. And I am talking about the ability to filter and group the report data to show you the results that you want to see. Zanda offers over 26 different reports and most of them have these features. So let me show you one report as an example and we will sort and filter and group its data so that you see what those features can do for you. Let's go to our reports tab and let's use the financial sales report as an example. For example, I want to see the information for the past months. So I will set my filters accordingly and run this report. And there you go. I have a lot of information included. So how can I work with this further? First of all, let me show you the filters option. Each column of this report, when you hover, has this sandwich bar button. So let's see what it can do for us. If we click it, the filtering options will open and you can sort the data in this report ascending based on this filter option or descending. Or you can remove the sort, so let's bring it back. And also you can use the group by this column option. So if we click it, the report will be grouped by the type. So you can see how many of each product, service, and session pack you have sold. And then you can see the further breakdown of what, for example, product items were included and were sold. If we click this X, we will ungroup the report, so see its original information. What else we can do? You can also use the show rows where filtering option, and you have multiple ways to set up this filtering. So for example, you can select and show only the rows that are empty or not empty, and further different types of filtering, equal to something, null or not null, ends with, and so on. So you can play with that. And you can also use and or differentiators there so that you can have two different rows of data selected here and only show all those rows that have both or one of the selections that you have set here. So for example, let's group our items by the name of the service, for example, you provided. And let's filter. So for example, now we see the list of all the items that have the group word in their name. So for example, if you want to see how many services you sold for your group therapy, right? And then if we click that, click clear to bring the report back to its original state. So this is how you can use this sandwich bar to open the report filters and use all the different options provided. If you only want to group your report by a specific column, this is what you can do. You can grab that column, you will see the green tick appear, and drag and drop it here at the top left of your report, like that. And you can see that now your report is grouped by the client, so you can see how many services each of these clients purchased. And if you want to see the breakdown by the service, let's click like that, and you will see all the information about those services provided. Let's ungroup that. You can also group by more than one column. So for example, let's see what type of items you sold and what items specifically. So let's grab the type column and drag it here to the top. So now it is grouped by products, services, and session packs that you've sold, but also we can group by the item. And now if we open this breakdown, you will see the further grouping. So for example, you sold this type of items, product, and then all the products are also grouped by the item itself. So for example, like this, you sold 3 yoga mats out of 5 products, and you can see who purchased them. Or if we have a look, for example, at our session packs, you can see that you sold 12 session packs in total, and then they are broken down further into each item that was included into this session pack. And then if you unfold this, you will see who purchased these items and session packs, and who sold them, and who the payee is, and all the other information that is included in the sales report. Another helpful feature that I highly recommend that you use is the option to choose the columns that are included in each of your reports. And you will find these buttons here at the top left with each report provided. Let's click. You can find these buttons here at the top right of each report provided. So let's click the Choose Columns button. And here you will see the list of all possible columns that can be included in this report. And you have the option to check and show that part of data in your report. So let's, for example, remove this information and click OK. Now you will see that the columns that we unchecked are not included in the report anymore. You can click Save Layout. So this will save the same layout, the same columns for the next time when you run this report. And further, if you want to get a copy of this report as a printed on paper, exported as a PDF, CSV or Excel file, only the columns that you have selected on your report layout will be exported that way. So for example, if I click Print, you will see that only these columns that are selected actually on the report are included in the printed document. And the same will happen if you export this as a type of file like CSV, Excel, or PDF.